21 more weird animals you didn't know exist. You might think you've seen the world over, under, around, and through, but there'll still be wonders that'll make your eyes pop. Even if you're a dedicated animal enthusiast, you can't honestly expect to know all of the 1,367,555 non-insect animal species that are identified on the face of the Earth today. Besides, new animal species might be discovered by the time you finish watching this, so there will always be some new surprises for us out there. On the other hand, humans have explored only 5% of the oceans, so there probably are many more scary sea creatures lurking in the deep. We can truthfully say that our list comprises of some of the rarest and weirdest animals there are. Take, for example, the Glaucus Atlanticus, an aquatic animal who looks like a Pokemon monster and has a name as equally anime. Or the absolutely stunning yet very unusual animal called the Okapi, that looks something like a cross between a moose and a zebra, but is actually related to a giraffe. Or even the rare animal called Goblin shark, who looks like it's soaked in a bath for too long, making it one of the scariest sea creatures. Would you like any of these weird-looking animals to become common pets and share the same roof as you? Red-lipped batfish. Found in the Galapagos Islands, this fish is actually a pretty bad swimmer and uses its pectoral fins to walk on the bottom of the ocean. Goblin shark. This rare shark, sometimes even called a living fossil, is the only extant representative of the family Mitsucarinidae, a lineage of some 125 million years old. Goblin sharks inhabit around the world at depths of greater than 330 feet, with adults found deeper than juveniles. Given the depths at which it lives, the goblin shark poses no danger. The panda ant. The Mutilidae are a family of more than 3,000 species of wasps, despite the names, whose wingless females resemble large, hairy ants. Found in Chile, they're known for their extremely painful stings, hence the common name cow killer or cow ant. Black and white specimens are sometimes known as panda ants due to their hair coloration resembling that of Chinese giant panda. Penis snake. This, peculiar eyeless animal is actually called an Atretachoanoa acyleti. It's a large, presumably aquatic Sicilian amphibian with a broad, flat head and a fleshy dorsal fin on the body. Umbanoa spinosa. These thorn bugs are related to cicadas and use their beaks to pierce plant stems to feed upon their sap. Their strange appearance still poses many questions to scientists. Lowland streaked tenric. Found in Madagascar, Africa, this small tenric is the only mammal known to use stridulation for generating sound, something that's usually associated with snakes and insects. Hummingbird hawk moth. As this hawk moth feeds on flowers and makes a similar humming sound, it looks a lot like a hummingbird. What's interesting is that it's surprisingly good at learning colors. Glaucus Atlanticus. Also known as the blue dragon, this creature is a species of blue sea slug. You could find it in warm waters of the oceans, as it floats on the surface because of a gas-filled sac in its stomach. Mantis shrimp. Also called the sea locusts, prawn killers, and even thumb splitters, this is one of the most common predators in tropical and subtropical waters. Little's known about them, however, because of how much time they spend hiding in their burrows. Venezuelan poodle moth. Discovered in Venezuela in 2009, this new species of alien-looking moth is still poorly explored, waiting for more info about them. The pacu fish. You probably don't need much of an explanation as to why the residents of Papua New Guinea call this fish a ball cutter. The local fishermen were really worried about the safety of their testicles when they had to get in the water. Giant isopod. This one is the largest of existing isopods. The enormous size of the giant isopod is a result of a phenomenon known as deep sea gigantism. This is the tendency of deep-sea crustaceans and other animals to grow to a much larger size than similar species in shallower waters. The saiga antelope. This saiga, spread around the Eurasian steppe, is known for its extremely unusual, oversized, flexible nose structure, the proboscis. The bush viper. Being a carnivore predator, the bush viper lives up in the trees of the tropical forests of Africa and does most of its hunting at night. The blue parrotfish. This bright blue fish can be found in the waters of the Atlantic Ocean and spends 80% of its time searching for food. Indian purple frog. Found in India, this species of frog have bloated body and an unusual pointed snout. It only spends 2 weeks a year on the surface of Earth, leaving the underground for mating. Shoebill. This large, stork-like bird gets its name because of the shape of its beak. Even though it was already known to ancient Egyptians and Arabs, the bird was only classified in the 19th century. Okapi. This mammal is native to the Democratic Republic of Congo in Central Africa. Despite the zebra-like stripes, it's actually more closely related to giraffes. Narwhal. This toothed whale, found in the Arctic, has been valued for over 1,000 years by the Inuit people for its meat and ivory. The narwhal, however, is especially sensitive to the climate change. Thorny dragon. Colored in camouflaging shades of desert browns, this lizard has a false head which he presents to his predators by dipping the real one. Sea pig. Scotoplanes live on deep ocean bottoms, specifically on the abyssal plain of the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans, typically at depths of over 1,000 meters. They are deposit feeders and obtain food by extracting organic particles from deep-sea mud.